Hi everyone, I just wanted to show a quick video to show you how to access your homework and what the options are. So when you log into Blackboard, you'll be on this screen. You'll go to this week's mission and you'll see I jumped us up to week 3 so you could see some of the more complex options. You can also access your homework by going here to all night ops homework. So within the weekly missions, you can just click into your homework directly. So this is going to reroute us over to Connect. You will need to log in the very first time. And then once you've logged in once, it'll save your login information. So you don't have to do that every single time. Okay, so this pulls up Night Ops Chapter 2 Assignment 1. It tells you there are 5 questions, 25 points. It has the due date, the number of attempts. You'll always have 1 attempt for your homework, and you always have check my work for each problem twice. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so for this first question, it says identify the type of account. I'm just going to fill a couple of these in so you can see what it looks like. So land is an asset, the normal balance is a debit, which means it increases with a debit. Normal balance and increase is the same. Cash is an asset account, but let's say that it's a liability, so you can see what happens when we miss it. It increases with a debit, but let's just say it's a credit, so again you can see what happens when something goes wrong. So you would complete this entire problem, so you would fill in each of these accounts, and then when you're done with this one problem, so problem number 1 of 5, you'll hit this check my work button. So it says you have to check my work, so we're going to say, yep, that's good. And then it will check your work. So it says, okay, this first row is correct, but this second row is wrong. Again, you would want to have finished this entire problem before hitting check my work so that it will check all of your work. So for this, at this point, I would do either a screenshot or sometimes I'll just take a picture with my phone. If you've only missed one, it's probably easy to remember or write down. So whatever is easiest for you, but as soon as you hit return to question, it's going to go away. So we missed this whole second row, so we're going to hit return to question. And then you have an opportunity to change anything. So that first row was right, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to change this one. Let's change it to revenue. Again, that's an asset, so that still will be incorrect. And then we'll change these to debits, which is correct. And then again, we would have had the whole entire thing done. And then we'll hit check my work again because we get 2 times that we can check my work. So it'll say this is the last time. We'll say cool. And then here it'll say, okay, it'll say the answer is not complete and we missed this one. So now we'll know those 2 are right and we'll go back and change this one. So we will again do a screenshot if you need to, take a picture, and then you're going to hit return to question. So when you return to the question, you have 1 more chance to change this. So this is really an asset account, and then we can't check it again. So we just will have to submit on this last time. So you don't want to submit. There is this submit button up here, but we don't want to click submit until all the problems are done. So you can see down here that you can hit next, and that will bring you to the next problem. You can also hit this little grid and it will take you to all of the problems. So you can jump through the problems this way if that's faster for you, or if maybe there's one that didn't get done, you can jump back through. You're like, oh, number 1's incomplete. You can jump back over to that one and start it. So that's a nice fast way to kind of move around. You'll see that on number 2. Again, now we have 2 check my works, so we can do check my work twice on this one as well. The other thing I just want to show you on this homework is that you have some little helper options over here. Those are free. You don't get docked any points for using these. The ebook is helpful, and the other one is this hint option. The hint option will pull up a video that has something similar to what you're looking for. So for this first journal entry, the owner invested cash in photography equipment. And those are also listed up here. And then if we click on the second one, we can see the company paid cash for an insurance policy. So if you weren't sure how to do that one, you could hit hint and it would pull up a video, and it shows right here the company paid cash for an insurance policy. So it pulls up a really similar item so that you can watch the video and learn how that should be done. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And then one last thing, if you need to work on your homework assignment later, maybe you just need to take a break, or maybe your kids are running around, or you have to go back to work, or whatever it is, you can hit save and exit and come back to your homework later. It will be automatically submitted on the due date and time. So if you don't get back to submitting it, don't worry, I'll sweep whatever you have done. And then when you are done, you can hit submit. So in this case, it'll warn me, it'll say you didn't finish anything, but I'm going to hit submit so you can see what that will look like. So we'll hit submit, and then I'll say view results. And so in this case, I earned almost a point. Good job, Stacia. And so, excuse me, for this one, you can see we got these ones right. We missed all these other ones. Up here, we can hit show correct answers, and it will show the right answers. So if you still did miss something, you can click through to see what the right answers are. And down at the bottom, especially if there's a calculation, it will give you an explanation of how they got to that number. And then, of course, if it still doesn't make sense, let me know, or you can reach out to your team members or to the class through Circle In to find out, what's happening. And then you can click back to show my answers to get back to what your answer was. Your grades will automatically import to Blackboard within 48 hours. So if you don't see your grade within 48 hours in Blackboard, let me know and I can sync it. It usually happens immediately, but not always. So if you don't see it right away, don't panic. And that's it. Holler if you have any questions.